Hi guys, it's Beverly. I'm home from Nova Scotia. I can't help saying it that way. Nova Scotia was wonderful, you guys. And this is going to be the souvenirs I bought. I got them all out on my couch, so that's why the background is different. And I'll probably cutting it up, by going get things that I forgot to put over here. Okay, so I'm going to start out with this first item. Look at this, you guys. It's a seagull on a birch bark stump. Love it, love it, love it. The seagull is mine and my husband's spirit animal. Sure, it can poop on your head, but we just love it because we loved the Jonathan Livingston seagull, the portion of the poem that said, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't come back, it was never meant to be. And so this was our little seagull from that poem. Okay, now I'm going to get the next item. Okay. Now the next item, I love the Nova Scotia tartan. I bought the shoes. I think I showed you guys I bought the shoes because I live in Florida and I didn't have any closed-toed shoes. So I bought, I went on to Googled Nova Scotia shoes and it came up with a tartan and it's for Nova Scotia. This is the colorway of the Nova Scotia tartan. Well, I guess there's something on each side, but there's from the Nova Scotian flag. Okay, so of course the fabric for the shoes, it was made in Nova Scotia or England, I think, and the shoes were manufactured in China and then it was mailed to my home. But they were a real big hit on the trip. They were comfy. I was happy when they came. I also purchased a Nova Scotia shopping bag, one of those ones that folds up into a pouch, and that was a big hit too, and it was very useful, and the shoes fit great. They were comfortable. Okay, so Nova Scotia, I had to have a mug. I had to have a tartan, Nova Scotia, sorry if it's glaring, a Nova Scotian, there's the flag again, coffee cup. So I got that. Okay, the next thing, let's see, I'm going to get the days mixed up, but we went to a flower garden farm, and we did, which I haven't finished, this is finished as far as the coloring goes, okay? But I haven't finished flecking off the remains of the flowers, okay? Now what this is a piece of muslin, and you stood at this table with these different flowers. You used a hammer, so hammer flowers, I guess you would call it, and we hammered the flowers, and they make different designs when you flick off the flowers. But I folded this up so that it would dry, and I haven't taken the time to flick off the flowers. But the biggest hit of this was when we got on the bus, Karen from the Crochet crowd, sorry for any crinkling you hear because this is a bunch of goodies, okay? Karen is an artist, and this is one of her prints. She did a great big giant picture, and the picture was used so you can see the different coloring. And this is not the flowers, okay? This is her painting. And she designed this picture, and Jimmy Beam took the print and made it into a fabric and made it as a liner in one of their exclusive backpacks, and it's not really a handbag, but it goes over your arm and it's like a tote bag type thing. And so the fabric lining of that tote bag, I'm going to call it, was this design, and there's much more of it, but she gave us these in our goodie bag. Well, in that package there was a clear card. Okay, so I thought that would be nice to take and do the flowers and put them on this cardboard that was included as the backing piece. And again, I have not flecked off all the flowers, but see, isn't that cool how that came out? And then, you know, the different ones. So the colors could still change on this after I flake off the flowers, or maybe I'll just leave them like they are. So this is what we did. We went to that flower garden farm, and the couple's name was Sarah and Kenny. Yeah, Sarah and Kenny. And also that day, pause the video. Okay, I'm back. Okay, also at the flower farm was a lady named Tracy, and I'm not exactly sure of her website. I'll link it below. She doesn't have that much up on the website. She doesn't even have pictures of these bags. But on the previous, she has like an Ocala, I don't know what it is. She pulls a trailer, and she has all kinds of yarn in it, and she also has what she calls these the bucket bags, and there's pockets in here. These are pockets, and there's also pockets inside. The lining is a tan color, and so you can see there's pockets inside, and it has a drawstring. So here's the drawstring, so you could hold it by that if you wanted, or it has these handles, and I purchased the one in the tartan, and I just love it. I think it's so adorable. I kind of used it as a purse. You know, when I got there, I retired my purse to the suitcase, and I used this, and it held my furls hook for the project that I was working on perfectly. And so there is the bucket bag that I purchased through Tracy that had the yarn wagon. Now, you guys know I'm not a natural fiber girl, so you know, I use acrylic and polyester and cotton. Those are my yarns, okay? And so she, of course, had those on her. I don't know if she had polyester, but I know she had some cotton and she did have some acrylic. But most of it, you know, was natural fiber. And so in the last group, they went in July, we went in August. I saw in the videos that she had these bags. So I went on her website. She didn't have any pictures of the bags. But anyway, I had seen them in the video. And I emailed her and I told her that I definitely hoped that she would bring the bucket bags, you know, because who knows, maybe she was just going to sell out and not have enough for our group, you know. So I wanted to make sure that I got the tartan bag. Okay. Now, let's see what else I'm going to talk about. So I did that. Okay. Lunenburg. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. It was the Thursday. So we got there. Our trip started on Saturday. I left on Friday the 15th. And Saturday the 16th, they picked us up at the hotel at the airport and took us. We started our trip. We went to Wolfville, which I might have some stuff here from Wolfville. Yeah, I do. I got to pause the video to get it. But anyway, This was Thursday, so they picked us up on Saturday, so I'm jumping ahead. So we went to Lunenburg, okay, and I bought this kit. I posted on my page that we went to the Mariner's Daughters yarn shop. And of course, most of it was natural fiber. And I forgot to look and see. Oh, this is made out of wool. So this is wool. Okay, so I bought this. So this was made in Britain. And it has learn to knit and crochet videos. So there's a barcode. And then never done this. There's a barcode. And so this is Cedric the crab. And the content fiber I said was 100% luxury wool. And inside this kit is a 3mm crochet hook, wool, easy to follow crochet instructions, premium stuffing, and additional yarn for features. So I'll probably use a 4. There's also a knitting, a darning needle. And it's very cute. See, there's where I could see that everything was in the kit. So I bought this because, you know, again, I don't want to buy natural fibers. I didn't realize that this was natural fiber, but that's fine. It'll be great for this because I'm in Florida. I'm not a wool girl. And of course, they had an abundance of natural fiber yarns. Okay, so next, let's see. Okay, we went to Michael's, and the crochet crowd was just wonderful. They gave us a $10 gift certificate. Okay, so I bought some yarn. Of course I did. It was Michael's. Now, this is Loops and Thread Carousel. This is a number 5. I can't wait to use this for a blanket. I bought 4 of them. I personally have not seen this yarn. I was kind of disappointed. This pattern on here looks pretty cool. I'm not done. I haven't given up yet, but this pattern, according to the woman at Canada Michaels, the pattern's been discontinued. It looks really pretty. To me, it might be a little thick, dense for me with this fiber, but I just really love this. And this is acrylic, and there's 5.3 ounces, and I bought 4. Now, I don't know about you guys, okay? But when I am looking for yarn, I call this an orphan, okay? Somebody either bought this and brought this back because it doesn't have the original label, you guys, okay? When I buy yarns and they're all together and there's one like this, I buy it. Because there'll be a lot of people that will bypass this yarn because it doesn't have the original label. Well, it looks intact to me. The skein fills the same amount. I'm not going to leave this orphan. I adopt it with the rest of my yarn. So the other 2 have labels. 3 of the 4 have labels, and I bought the orphan. Okay, because some people will not buy it. Okay, now I'm backtracking again. So, Lunenburg. Michael's was Monday. Okay, here's a little squeaky. Okay, now this doesn't have a tag on it where I bought this. But anyway, I bought this at Lunenburg. So when I was looking at different shops in different areas, I saw this, okay? It was in the window of the display or whatever when I was looking for shops in Lunenburg before I went on my trip, before. So, of course, I didn't remember the name of the shop. You know, hey, so much going on for 8 days. But I saw this, And they had larger ones and smaller ones. And the larger one was what was in the window display. And they were there. And I happened to see this inside the shop. And I just thought this, I'm so excited to get this. It's not that giant. It is a pitcher that you can use for milk or cream, you know, with your tea or whatever. But I just love the shape of the fish. And so I bought it. Now, the color of it is not this bright blue. It's more of a teal color. So, Evelyn, me and you and our teals. And I just thought it was so unique. I'm just going to set it out on a table here as decoration to remind me of my trip, you guys. And so I just thought that was so cool. I saw it on the internet in their window, and I bought it in their store. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, here we go. This is called a buoy bag. Now, in the bottom, I have a piece of cardboard, so it's a little lopsided. But this was our project, our project that we did on the bus. Okay, so when we got there, we each had a tote bag. So let me get the tote bag. Here was the tote bag, and from the Crochet Crowd. So this was from Mikey and Karen. So the original, it's kind of fallen apart, but the original anchor that I showed you was in this bag. The yarn for this and the pattern was in this bag. So it looks like a buoy because when you go, you know, and you see ships or boats, they have the buoy so that their ship doesn't get damaged on the dock. Now they also included a carabiner, and this thing is heavy. So I just put it in the bag. I don't think I'm going to tie it on there, but it just came out so sweet. This is a pattern from the Crochet Crowd, and if you go to their website, of course I saw it on the Facebook page, on their Facebook page, but you can get the pattern. And what it does is it has single crochets, single crochet decreases, single crochet back post. Then it has the crisscross stitch, it has the moss stitch, more crisscross, and then it has the lemon peel stitch. So single crochet, double, and then double in the single, and vice versa. Then it had another row of moss stitch, so you could put your tie in the chain spaces. And then it finished off with 2 rows, I believe, of single crochet. The pattern called for you to take 2 strands of the color you intended to have your strings, hold them together and make a chain. And you have to leave the tails so that you can use the tail to weave it in those small chain spaces. Now what I did with mine was, instead of doing the chain with 2, I single crocheted the correct amount, then I slip stitch back, and so it gave me a double-stranded string. So this was our project on board the bus. And like I said, the reason it's lopsided is it doesn't have anything in it except the carabiner and a piece of cardboard. Okay, what's next? Oh, I have to show you this, guys. Look at this tote bag. It is great. This tote bag, if you can see it, I guess the price isn't on here. This tote bag was $9.99. It's gorgeous. It is really gorgeous. It's made out of like a canvas material, and it has a zipper. The zipper is unusual, but it's great for yarn because you would zip it up and you'd have your handles, And on the ends, each end, there's an opening. So you could, you know, your yarn could come out of the opening. So this was like in like a Walgreens type store, you know, because they had snacks and they has cosmetics and other things. And this was behind the counter for $9.99. And then of course, with Canadian funds, it was cheaper because I was American on my credit card. But I just think it's adorable. It has a boxed bottom, and it was in the store. Okay, let's see what else I got. Oh, go on with yourself. Go on with ya. Go on with ya. This is a chocolate bar. Go on with ya is the name of it. Dark chocolate with Nova Scotia blueberries. Piece by chocolate. And here's the chocolate bar, you guys. Oh, I can't wait to dive into it. It's heavy. It's thick. It's thick. So there, I got that. I showed you this tote bag. I showed you my yarn. Okay, now you guys, here's a basket. So what we did, the first group didn't do it, but we did it. Our group, one of the ladies suggested that we have an exchange. Now, if you've been on Mikey's events before, the reason I call them events is because that's what he has on his website. If you want to go on any of these, you go to the Crochet Crowd website, crochetcrowd.com, and up at the top there's, you know, the hamburger, the three lines. Go to the top and it will come down and events is listed, and that's how you too can be part of this group if you want to go. Now, my first Mikey trip was 2022, and we went on a cruise. I can't remember what island. It was a Caribbean cruise. I don't remember the islands, but it was in 2022. And I had a great time, and you probably remember, the OGs will remember me talking about going on it. And then I am on his Facebook group, so I heard about Nova Scotia. And in November, I'm going on another cruise with Mikey to the deep southern Caribbean, which is Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire. So I'm going again in November. This is August. I'm going in November. So at the previous event on the cruise ship, everybody traded stitch markers, okay? Well, this time, one of the ladies on the second trip suggested that we trade items, okay? And it was a miracle. We had 54 people, and not one person made the same thing. Now, I'm not going to show you 54 items because I've already placed some of these in different places. But, for example, here's a key ring that's a star, amigurumi. Here's another key ring. It's just gorgeous. One woman gave us a bag. And let's see, do I have stuff in it? No, I took everything out. Can you imagine? Now this, one woman gave us tote bags, okay? And she made them, or she sewed them herself. I cannot believe this, but she gave us tote bags. And this, I think it was her friend's contribution. And we're supposed to put this inside the tote bag for your notions. One lady gave us a firefly, okay? You can't really see it. Maybe you can see the sparklies on this. A dragonfly, excuse me. And what this was supposed to represent is we were supposed to put it on our hat if we wore one, or on our shirt or coat or jacket. And it was supposed to deter bugs. You guys look it up. Dragonfly deters bugs. Okay, now Mikey made this, you guys. How exciting. Mikey made this, and we were supposed to put it on our, I can't think what it's called. You guys are yelling it at me. On our, I'll think of it in a minute, because we had a name tag thing. Mikey made us these, and we were supposed to pin those on. Well, silly Beverly could never get the pin to unlock. But I have something from Mikey. It's gorgeous. It's pretty. Mikey crocheted this, you guys. Okay, this is Morse code for yarn. Can you believe it? It shows Morse code, but the dashes and the dots for the word yarn. Isn't it amazing? Okay, one lady made us a bookmark, and I'm going to give this to one of my friends because she's a reader. And I'm going to I was meaning to make her one, and this will go to her. Here's another key ring, you guys. Oh my goodness, and it says Nova Scotia. Wow. I have buttons, the Crochet Crowd Nova Scotia. Let's see what else I got. I got, oh my goodness, a chapstick holder with chapstick in it, and the tail of it is like a whale, and there is, what is this on the side? Looks like a buffalo, but I'm not sure. But someone gave us those. I'm going through here pretty quick. Nova Scotia 2025, just a little snack holder. Some stickers. This is, you attach it to your bag, and it's a turtle. And it's a lucky turtle, especially for you to bring luck the whole day through. A smile it carries, and this special wish for days of sunshine and happiness. Very cool, you guys. Then somebody did a keychain in a daisy. Isn't that cool? Somebody did this. Can you imagine? They made that. I don't know if you can do something like that on your Cricut, but see, you could cut this and tag something that you made on the event or something like that. Made with love in Nova Scotia. August, Crochet Crowd, August 25. Someone brought us a Canadian stitch marker, stitch marker, and a tape measure. Let's see. Now, don't get offended, you guys. I'm covering it up. This is a crochet hook. That is the size that we were supposed to use to make the buoy bag I showed you. And somebody was being funny, but it's fine. This, I didn't use this because I had my furls there, but this is a size 4.5 that we were supposed to use for the buoy bag. And wasn't that thoughtful, in case you forgot your crochet hook, because they didn't include one in the kit, but it was just meant to be funny. Okay, so what else have I got in here? I showed you that. What else have I got? Oh, now Robin. Let me tell you the story about Robin. Robin, she mentioned on Facebook before the trip that her last leg to Nova Scotia was LaGuardia. My last leg, she came from Charleston, South Carolina. My last leg was LaGuardia, but I, of course, came from Florida. So her face was in her little icon for Facebook. So I recognized her at the gate. I sat with her at the gate. So we both get on the plane. We didn't actually look at our seat numbers, but she was zone 6 and I was zone 7. We were sat together. So she was the window seat, so they loaded her first, and I was the aisle seat, so they loaded me second, side by side. And then we became seatmates the whole trip. And she helped me so much, you know. I don't know if you guys know it, but I'm 70 years old, and I'm not as active as I should be, but I do I am sensible and I realize my capabilities. So there was a lot of places I went, but I didn't go all the way down. I was cautious. And anyway, Robin made these. Can you imagine? Now, you guys know what this is. This is a yarn cutter. And I've always wanted a yarn cutter. Then she put these beads and she strung it on this cording. And I was so happy to get this from Robin. Okay, now this next thing, Oklahoma. Now I'm going to cause you to sing that song the rest of the day. You guys know that, right? Well, on the back of this is the first few lyrics, first few lines of the lyrics. And then on this is a picture, a map of Oklahoma. And there's a little bead and a string. My goodness. This came from Lynn in Oklahoma. Lynn was a riot. She was absolutely a riot. If you had an overactive child, that was her. But she's not a child. She's 64 or something like that. I don't know. But she was just so incredibly funny on our trip. She was such a blessing. And we enjoyed her so much. I didn't even see this. Team Knife Grip. I don't know where I got this, who gave this to me, but I knife grip. Now, there was another lady who took the time to notice our names. We had a card that had our name in a little, I forget how you say it, but a pouch. And it had our initials, BC, for my name, and Beverlyscrafts, and then it had a starfish. And so you could use this as a stitch mark holder or anything that you wanted. It is gorgeous. Okay, let's see if there's anything left in here that I missed. Oh, my friend Karen that I met on the trip, she gave us Canadian maple leaf earrings. And I think that might be it in my bag. And then somebody gave us this ribbon with the hearts on it. So that right now is everything I have on the couch. I'm going to pause the video and get one more thing. Well, I lied. Two more things. Okay, you guys, Nova Scotia. And it's the tartan. I saw this at the airport and I just had to get it, because I've been sporting the Nova Scotia tartan all this week. There's nothing more Nova Scotian than this little tartan lobster. Did you know our province tartan is a symbol of the Scots' contribution to the founding of Nova Scotia? So I had to pick this up. And the final thing I hope, is this kitty. You guys. On the first day, that first Saturday they picked us up from the hotel, we went to this farmer's market. And of course, there's all kinds of vegetables and all kinds of knickknacks and treats and fun stuff. I saw this kitten. Okay, here comes the back. Ah! There was a young girl, and she had crocheted amigurumis. This is one of them that she did. I saw it and I had to buy it for, from her to support her. And of course I could make this, but I loved the tail. I loved the butt. I loved it, and it made her so happy. I believe her name was Trina. And she was just so excited that I bought this from her. Now you can tell this was awkward to ship, to bring home. But I put it in one of the bottom of my tote bags and then put stuff around it and stuff. Because this is going to take up a lot of room in the suitcase. But I'm so happy I bought this to support a new young crocheter. And that is all of my souvenirs from Nova Scotia, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. There's going to be another video of pictures that I took. Most of the pictures that I either posted on my Facebook page, or I did messenger some pictures to some people so that they could see, you know, where I was at and stuff like that. But the pictures I took will be in one of the videos. So say goodbye to Trina. Bye.